The Indus River flows serenely through the heart of Pakistan. It has nurtured life for millennia. On its banks, one of the world's earliest civilizations blossomed, the Indus Valley Civilization. Sindh, a province in southeast Pakistan, was the cradle of this ancient civilization. Its fertile plains and strategic location made it a hub of trade and culture. The legacy of this rich past is still visible today. We see it in the archaeological wonders and vibrant traditions. Join me as we traverse the sands of time to uncover the captivating history of Sindh. The story of Sindh begins around 7000 BCE. At this time, the region witnessed the emergence of agriculture. Small farming communities dotted the landscape. Over time, these communities grew into sophisticated urban centers. These centers formed the backbone of the Indus Valley Civilization. Two of the most prominent cities, Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, were located in Sindh. These cities were marvels of urban planning and engineering. They had well-defined streets, complex drainage systems, and impressive public buildings. The Indus people were skilled artisans and traders. They developed a writing system that remains undeciphered to this day. Their pottery, jewelry, and seals showcase their artistic prowess. The Indus Valley Civilization thrived for over 2,000 years. However, around 1900 BCE it went into decline. The exact reasons for its decline are still debated. Some experts suggest natural disasters, while others point towards climate change or invasions. The Indus Valley Civilization remains shrouded in mystery. We marvel at the sophistication of their cities. We are intrigued by their advanced urban planning and engineering. Yet we still struggle to understand their language and many aspects of their culture. The absence of deciphered text leaves us with more questions than answers. Despite these challenges, archaeologists and historians continue to piece together the story of this remarkable civilization. Excavations at sites like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa offer valuable insights. The Indus people were master builders and urban planners. Their cities boasted a grid system. They had standardized weights and measures. The discovery of indoor plumbing and drainage systems speaks volumes about their engineering skills. They had a deep understanding of sanitation and hygiene. This is evident in their elaborate bathing platforms and drainage systems. The presence of granaries suggests a well-organized agricultural system. This would have been capable of supporting a large population. Their artistry is evident in the intricate carvings. We see it in their pottery and sculptures. The recurring motifs of animals, deities, and geometric patterns offer a glimpse into their beliefs and values. The Indus people were also engaged in extensive trade networks. Evidence suggests they had connections with Mesopotamia and other ancient civilizations. They traded in a variety of goods, including textiles, pottery, and precious stones. This trade played a crucial role in their economic prosperity. Around 1500 BCE, a new group of people migrated to the Indian subcontinent. These were the Indo-Aryan people. They spoke an early form of Sanskrit. Their arrival marked a turning point in the history of Sindh and the entire subcontinent. The Indo-Aryans brought with them their distinct culture, language, and religious beliefs. This gradually blended with the existing indigenous cultures. This fusion gave rise to a new era in Indian civilization. The Indo-Aryans were pastoral people. They initially settled in the northwestern parts of the subcontinent. They gradually spread eastward and southward. Their interactions with the indigenous population led to a complex process of cultural assimilation. The Indo-Aryans introduced the Vedic religion to the subcontinent. This formed the basis of later Hinduism. Their sacred texts, the Vedas, provide valuable insights into their religious practices, social structure, and worldview. The Vedic period witnessed the emergence of a hierarchical social structure. This was based on occupation and birth. The caste system, though it evolved over time, has its roots in this era. The Indo-Aryans also introduced the Sanskrit language. This had a profound impact on the development of later Indian languages and literature. The epic tales of the Mahabharata and Ramayana, composed in Sanskrit, have been passed down through generations. They continue to shape the cultural landscape of the Indian subcontinent. The arrival of the Indo-Aryans was followed by a series of invasions and conquests. These shaped the political landscape of ancient Sindh. In the 6th century BCE, the Achaemenid Empire under Cyrus the Great expanded its reach into the Indus Valley. Sindh came under Persian rule. This marked the beginning of a long history of interactions between Sindh and the wider Persian world. The Persians were known for their efficient administration. They divided their empire into provinces called satrapies. Sindh became one such satrapy. It paid taxes and provided soldiers to the Persian army. The Persians also introduced their coinage and administrative systems. This further integrated Sindh into their vast empire. This Persian rule, however, was relatively short-lived. It left a lasting impact on the region's culture, art, and architecture. In 326 BCE, Alexander the Great, the Macedonian king, set his sights on conquering the Persian Empire. He led his army across the Hindu Kush mountains. He faced fierce resistance from local rulers, including Porus, the king of Punjab. The Battle of the Hydaspes, fought on the banks of the Jhelum River, was a turning point in Alexander's campaign. Despite a hard-fought victory, Alexander was forced to turn back. He left behind a legacy that continued to influence Sindh and the subcontinent for centuries. Section 5. Empires of the East and West. Alexander's departure created a power vacuum in the Indus Valley. This paved the way for the rise of new empires and dynasties. Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan Empire, emerged as a dominant force in the region. He expanded his empire eastward, incorporating Sindh into his vast domain. The Mauryan Empire, under Chandragupta and his successors, brought a period of stability and prosperity to the Indian subcontinent. The Mauryans were known for their efficient administration, centralized rule, and patronage of art and culture. Ashoka the Great, Chandragupta's grandson, is particularly renowned for his benevolent rule and his embrace of Buddhism. He erected pillars inscribed with his edicts promoting peace, nonviolence, and righteous living. These pillars can still be found across the Indian subcontinent, standing as a testament to his reign. However, following Ashoka's death, the Mauryan Empire began to decline. The decline of the Mauryan Empire led to the emergence of several smaller kingdoms and regional powers. The Indo-Greeks, also known as the Yavanas, established their rule in parts of Sindh and northwest India. They were followed by the Indo-Scythians, or Sakas, a nomadic group from Central Asia who carved out their own kingdoms. The Indo-Parthians, another group of Central Asian origin, also held sway over parts of Sindh. This period of fragmentation and flux lasted for several centuries. It witnessed the fusion of Greek, Persian, and Indian artistic styles, giving rise to a unique cultural blend. Section 6. The Crescent Moon Rises. The 8th century CE marked a turning point in the history of Sindh with the arrival of Islam. Muhammad bin Qasim, a young Arab general, led the Umayyad Caliphate's conquest of Sindh in 712 CE. This conquest opened a new chapter in the region's history. It paved the way for the spread of Islam and the integration of Sindh into the wider Islamic world. Muhammad bin Qasim's victory was swift and decisive. The reasons behind the Arab conquest were manifold. The Umayyad Caliphate, at the height of its power, sought to expand its territories and spread Islam. Sindh, located at the crossroads of trade routes, presented a strategic and economic prize. Moreover, there were reports of piracy and raids on Arab ships by local rulers. These prompted the Caliphate to take military action. Muhammad bin Qasim's victory marked the beginning of a new era. The Arab conquest had a profound impact on Sindh. It led to the introduction of Islamic law and administration. Arabic became the language of the court and administration. Mosques and madrasas sprang up across the region, facilitating the spread of Islam. However, the Arab rule in Sindh was relatively short-lived. It laid the foundation for the region's transformation into a predominantly